And welcome everyone to Let's Fly VFR. I'm Gunny, and today we're going to add a little bit more scenery to our airport at Adelaide International Airport, YPAD. It's a fairly complete airport, but it needs more. So that's what we're going to do today. So feel free to join me and we'll show you some ortho for XP and the basics of that, and hope you enjoy it. Catch you soon. Well, welcome guys, it's Gunny and welcome back to Let's Fly VFR. Today I thought I would do a little bit more work around Adelaide International Airport. Hopefully a lot of you guys have downloaded and you're having a bit of fun down here, flying in and out. This is Overlay Editor if you're not familiar guys, and I've been doing some work here. We do have some objects around. I thought I might create a few more objects here just while you're watching today to give you a bit more of an idea of how easy it actually is. So all I've done there is I've got an object over here on the right. There's a whole lot of libraries. Let me just show you if you haven't been here before. I did do one video on this in building this and the town as well, or Adelaide City, which I'm going to go to in a moment. I might separate it and make it two separate parts and just see how that goes. But I thought, well, it was a really terribly done video, so I've deleted it. So I thought I'd come back here and we would have another little look at how you go about doing it if you haven't done it before. Overlay Editor is a free program that you can download. I did have a link in the last video. I haven't got that at the moment, so I need to have another look at that and try and find that for you. So, but here, I've grabbed this, but just by left mouse on the object, and I can move it around. I can use X and E to rotate it, and it rotates around a separate central point in the screen. You should, I would think, be able to see that little red marker. If you put the object on that and you hit Q, it rotates around it. If you hit E, it goes the other way. And the way I'm changing my views is using home and the end keys. So end rotates one way, end rotate, and home rotates the other. Page down takes us down, and up, page up will take us to a more vertical view. And if we use our mouse, we can just rotate out by using the mouse wheel. So we have a number of objects I've put here, and there's some objects here which are created by the by XPlane 11 itself. So the main hangar, or the main terminal, is created by XPlane 11, or by the creators of there. So that turns up. The objects here though, I've put quite a number of those in place, but we did get an update a while back. Here we go. So you can see the objects that I've put in place. You can see the photographs or the background of what was there on the day they took the photographs. So, but this building shows up as part of the package that comes with XPlane, so that's fine. But the outer buildings out around here don't. So I might drag that. Now I'm just holding the middle mouse down and I can drag the screen, and that looks like something we might be able to do. These are very, very good. You can just grab one of those, and if I hit the plus key, it will come down on the screen. We can grab the points and we can move it down to there. We can grab that one and move it down. Now that looks like a car park area, so let's not be confused by where the building is. And we can bring this over, just drag it across, have a look. Now we've got a couple of little angles there that we'll resolve in a moment. and we'll grab this one and pull it back in. So essentially we have our square. Now that looks like it goes across. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here and add a point. You can see that appears nicely. I will pull that across, and then I'll add another point. It will always add to the right, and then we'll drag this back in like that. Now being that I'm not trying to make the whole airport look 100% perfect. My aim is just to make it look lived in and make it look like there's buildings there where there aren't any, and objects where there aren't any, where there should be some, I should say. So doing that, let's just move this back a little bit more, and we'll move this bit back a little more, because it does, generally appears to be a building there, but there's a lot of stuff around it. This might be let's pull it back a little bit. So that goes over to there. So again, we need to add a point. It'll appear on the left. That's fine. So we can go to there. And then we need another point to appear after that so that we can do the cut in. We'll come to that join. And then we'll just double check here on where that goes. So that actually goes out to there. And that looks like it's a separate building. So we'll use another spot. Put another point in. And we'll add another one because that should cut in just a little. There we go. Just look at the outline, and we've created a building now. So we'll rotate down, and you can see what we've done. You can use the arrow keys as well, left and right, up and down, to move around. I'll rotate around the building, and it's worth rotating around just to get different orientations to make it look a little bit squarer. So you can see that that's not particularly perfect. Let's just push that back a bit. That point there looks like it's not quite, you'd expect it to be 90 degrees, so do your best to do that. Although not all buildings are, there's a lot of buildings that do have individual shapes about them, and that needs to go in just a little bit. And how do you think that looks? That's pretty simple, isn't it? These are facades, really, is what you call them, although in this instance it's not showing it as a facade, but you can look for facades and create all sorts of buildings in here very quickly, very cheaply, because it doesn't cost anything. And just looking through there, I'm wondering about that point there. Doesn't quite look 90 degrees when you come to that point. See how that looks, eh? Let's go around a little further. So these are only office buildings and admin buildings and stuff. So now we've got a lot of cars. Let's get some cars and put in there. Now don't forget to save, because every now and again it does have a little fit and it decides to stop working on occasion. So let's go, we'll try car. Okay, so we've got a whole lot. Oh, we've got cargo. So we've got a lot. Baggage. There's a lot of different things that you can find in these libraries, so it's just about downloading the libraries. And we've got some cars there. You can get groups of cars as well. Now if you just hold over the edge, you can make it a little wider so you can see. Camaro. Okay, we've got a whole range of ones we can have there. So let's zoom in. We should zoom in without moving the screen. That'd be a lot more fun. And we'll let's put ourselves Dodge down there. Just a little straightening up. And then we'll go over here and put another one. We'll have a green one. Again, I'm using the E key just to straighten him up. And I'll grab the mouse and just pull him back a little ways. There. And how would you like a silver Camry? There. So just to make the place look a little lived in. No, putting people and stuff in a steamroller. I don't think we need one of those. Grader, Camry Blue. Let's put another one over here, and that'll do for now. Here we go. See how it just rotates around that point. Okay, so let's move back out. And the thing to remember is with your frame rates is that the more objects that you have, like trees and things, the more processing's got to be done, and therefore there is more for the CPU to do. So you be careful that it doesn't kill your frame rates too much. I honestly haven't found too much of an issue. I want industrial building, for industrial, and these you can see have different sizes. This one again is a facade type. All these ones are here, so we would just get a square on the screen to be able to create it. That would be good in Adelaide, actually. Down the main street of Adelaide there's a few older buildings like that one. Try and remember, where are we? We're in G10, the G10 library. Let's have a look around. We could probably use one of those, yeah. There's I'm just looking between that row of 3, and there looks like to be something like that there. It fits pretty well, so let's put that there. Alright, I'm going to go for shed, S-H-E-D, and there's a whole range of sheds here. Now we want some bigger ones, 10 by 50, 10 by 30, that's going to be a reasonable size. We could spin that around possibly. And the one other thing that you can do is just you got to think around the problem. If you've got something like that, and that fits pretty well, not perfectly, but again, you know, you're not going to be driving over here, I would imagine. So you can go Control C, Control V, and I get a copy of it, and we can just put that in there together. And you'll never be the wiser. Don't go telling anybody, okay? So there we are. We have another storage hangar all set up nicely there. That seems pretty reasonable. That one could probably go back just a little. Just be very careful to grab it and move it. You can see how it's just starting to bleed through there. So that's probably okay. We're flying over in our 737s and the like. We're not going to notice that particularly. Now, this is a 60 by 90. I think this will be fairly large. I'll zoom out. And yeah, it's a large building, so it could easily be used there. There, it's actually that size. Now, what's this one? It might be the same object. Have we got any use for that anywhere else, is the question. We've already got buildings, buildings, buildings and buildings. Nothing sitting at the back there though. Now we have some big shopping centres, which are not too far away. And these I haven't done. Okay, they would be best dealt with a facade if we can find one that would be suitable, because we have some odd shapes. If you want to build in those little pieces there, and your steps out through here. So we'll have a look at that again in a moment. So now if I can remember where we built the last one from, this one, modern facades, let's go with that one. I think that might be alright. We've got a modern one there. What's that? No. I like that. I like that. It's white, so it's similar in that front. So zoom in. Now the squares that it produces when you have one of these, and there we go, will shrink in size somewhat depending on what size screen you have, you know, what you're looking at the time. If you zoom in, they won't cover hundreds of kilometers if you're looking from a satellite view, if you know what I mean. If you zoom in and you're looking from a couple hundred feet, then they'll only be a few hundred feet across or so. So we'll put that over there. We'll grab this one and we'll put that over in the corner. Don't be afraid to rotate around and have a look. And we need some sections here. We can see the floor, so if we click, we might add, I'm going to add a few. I'm just randomly going to pick a hole. Click a few more pieces and we will Well, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate you coming along. If you like the video, please leave me a comment. Any suggestions, gratefully accepted. And feel free to like and subscribe if you like what you've seen. Really appreciate all your support, everyone. And I will catch you again soon. It's Gunny, and let's fly VFR.